ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। फर्स्ट श्लोक, फोर्थ चैप्टर। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इमं विवस्वते योगं प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान्मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्। एवं परम्परा प्राप्तम् इमं राजर्षयो विदुः। सकाले नेह महता योगो नष्टः परन्तप। स एवायं मया तेद्य योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः। भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं ह्येतदुत्तमम्। So in the last class we started the fourth chapter, and before that there are 3 chapters. And if we see the content of these 3 chapters, first chapter is Arjuna presenting the problem of samsara. Arjuna expressing the problem of samsara, raga, shoka and moha, attachment, grief and delusion. So these 3 were presented through the situation of Arjuna. Second chapter, Arjuna requests Bhagavan to give the clarity, to give the knowledge which will make him free from confusion. And Bhagavan gave the knowledge of the self, which is the final solution for the bondage, final solution for confusion. And then Bhagavan also talked about Karma Yoga. Bhagavan also talked about the characteristics of a wise person. So this was the content of the second chapter. So in a way, second chapter is a brief presentation of the vision of Bhagavad Gita. What is the vision of Bhagavad Gita? Your problem of samsara, bondage, is because of ignorance. Therefore, knowledge is the solution. And knowledge can come only when you are prepared. and the preparation is done with the help of Karma Yoga. So follow Karma Yoga sadhana, get preparedness, get knowledge, be free. This is the vision of the second chapter, the Bhagavad Gita, which is briefly presented in the second chapter. Then in the third chapter, Bhagavan elaborated the topic of Karma Yoga and some other topics were discussed. Now in the fourth chapter beginning, Bhagavan is going to comment upon the Gnana Yoga which was presented in the second chapter. Before he goes to the Gnana Yoga topic actual, he glorifies this wisdom which has been given. So Bhagavan said, this wisdom which I gave it to you, Arjuna, this wisdom I had given to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation in the form of Vedas. And Surya Devata gave this knowledge to his son Manu. Manu gave this knowledge to Ikshvaku, and Ikshvaku gave to his disciple, his son. And in this manner, this knowledge has been handed down from the Guru to the Shishya, or father to son. Sometimes father, son and Guru Shishya relationship will be mixed up. Means father will be Guru and Shishya, the son will be Shishya. So father, son or Guru Shishya parampara was there, and through that parampara this knowledge was preserved even by Rajarshi, those who are Raja, and also Rishis. Rishi means seers. They were seers and they were king. By them this knowledge was preserved. Of course there was another flow also, but Bhagavan Sri Krishna is highlighting one flow of knowledge. There was another flow where Nivritti Pradhana, the people who are leading the life of renunciation, among them also this knowledge was flowing down. But here he is highlighting the flow of knowledge among the rishis who are the kings. But Bhagavan said, what happened? Finally, afterwards, by passage of time, this knowledge, the parampara of this knowledge was weakened. Why? Because the people who received the knowledge, they were not fully qualified. And therefore, they did not hand over this knowledge properly to the next generation. So slowly there was deterioration of this flow of knowledge. And Bhagavan says that nashtaha. Now this wisdom is almost disappeared. And therefore what? To revive that, this flow of knowledge very strongly, that teaching which was given by me as the Lord to Surya Devata, same Vedic teaching today it is given by me to you. And Bhagavan said the reason why I did give it to you. Bhakto se me sakha cheti. You are my devotee and you are my friend. Therefore, this teaching is given to you. So one reason is devotion, other is being friend. So person has the devotion which includes the friendship, then this knowledge is given. And incidentally, here one interesting thing to note is Sakha means friend. And in one Niti Shatakam, the shloka is there, where it talks about the 6 qualities of a good friend. Nice to know. 6 qualities, what are they? Papat nivarayati. So that the good friend is the one who will stop you doing papa. When you are about to do wrong things, you are about to hurt somebody, hit somebody, or you are about to do some adharma, some papa karma, he will stop you. Don't do it. So that is the dharma of friend. Friend is not that who will inspire you to do wrong things. Okay, both of us go and do wrong things. That is not friendship. Real friend is the one who stops you from doing papa. Second is yojayati hitaya. One who engages, one who inspires you to do right thing. Whatever is good for you and whatever is good for the society. So he will inspire you to do right thing. Like you go and attend these classes, go and join some yoga classes. Like that he will inspire to do right thing. Second. Third way is that Gushyani Guhati. He will hide the weakness of his friend from others. He will not tell, see, I know my friend, what all things I know, what all he is doing. He is drinking, he is doing this, doing it. And so that friend will not do. Friend will not highlight the weakness of the friend in front of others. That is a good friend. And Gunan Prakati Karoti. In fact, he will highlight the good qualities of the friend. Friend should not tell that I know him for 20 years, I know what all wrong things he has done, and he will tell all the wrong things. That's not correct. What all good things he friend has done, that he will highlight. And apad gate cha na jahati. When friend is in trouble, he will not abandon him. He will not leave him. Generally, what happens that when everything is okay, you have got many friends. But when you are in crisis, generally they leave. They will not pick up your call also. You keep on calling, messaging, no response. Switch or they will block our number. Why? Because you will ask for some money, some help. But that is not real friend. Real friend is apad gatem gate na jahati. He will not abandon the friend when he is in trouble. In fact, he will say, even when you are in happiness, you don't remember me, okay. But when you are in trouble, you remember me. So, this a good friend, he will feel bad that you did not inform me when you were in so much trouble. If you did not inform me when you are happy, it's okay. But you inform me when you are in trouble. Because real friend is the one who wants to stand with his friend in trouble. And Dadati Kale, he shares his resources with friends. So Bhagavan is really playing the role of a good friend. Good friend is one who is inspiring to do right thing, does not abandon. So Bhagavan did not abandon Arjuna. Bhagavan is just sharing his knowledge. Bhagavan is guiding Arjuna to right thing. So that is the job of a Sakha. So Bhagavan says, you are my friend, therefore I gave you this knowledge. And this knowledge is to be given only to the one who has got devotion, friendship with the teacher. And why is it so? Because etad uttamam rahasyam. This is the greatest secret, and that is to be told only to the people who have devotion. Now, when Bhagavan said this, that this knowledge I had given to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation, then Arjuna gets a doubt. How can you say that I, Krishna, told this, imparted this teaching to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation? It's a discrepancy, chronological discrepancy. It is something like I tell that I met Gandhiji, suppose I say. Then it is a chronological discrepancy because I was born in 1962. He died in 1948. 48. So, how can I meet him? So, if I say that, see, I saw Gandhiji and I talked to him a little bit Vedanta. Suppose I say this, then you will definitely have a doubt. How is it possible? Chronological discrepancy? Not possible. So, Arjuna also is getting a doubt that how you, Krishna, who is born just 60, 70 years ago or 80 years, there are different versions. So let us say 80 years ago. So you were born recently, and how can you tell this Upadesha to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation? So you are bluffing. Friendly Bhagavan, he can tell. Because Bhagavan, he is, in childhood, he used to tell lie, no? That I did not eat butter. Remember, he used to eat butter and tell us, I did not eat butter. मैं नहीं माखन खायो. I did not eat butter. So Bhagavan, there is some chronological discrepancy. So he raises the question. Arjuna uvacha aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah kathame tadvijaniyam Vamadau proktavaniti. So Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna asked this question. What? Bhavataha Janma. Your birth. Yours means Krishna's birth. Aparam. Aparam means later, recent. Vivaswataha Janma Param. Whereas the birth of Surya Devata is Param, means earlier. So, Kathametad Vijaniyam. Then how will I understand this? What? Tvam Adau Proktavan. You taught this knowledge to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation. Iti, this particular statement, how will I understand without contradiction? I want to believe you, but how will I believe? So that is the Arjuna's question. Chronological discrepancy. So here Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that really Arjuna did not have a doubt. But other people in future may have doubt. And so to remove the doubt of others, the Arjuna is asking the question. Like sometimes, this Prime Minister says something so that clarification is given to the whole country. Therefore, once it happened, one Prime Minister told this, that you ask this, when I come to this particular place, get down from the airport, that time you ask this question, so that I can clarify this point to the whole country. So that the reporter did not have doubt. He already knew. But to make others know, he will ask question. Sometimes people ask me question. And I might have given the answer. But still I tell you, put this question in the question answer. So that others also will understand. Similarly, Arjuna did not have doubt that Bhagavan Sri Krishna is not simply this body. He has been there since beginning of the creation. And therefore he has told in the form of this Vishnu to Surya Devata, there is no discrepancy. But others may not know. And therefore, for the clarification to the next generation, future generation, Arjuna asked this question. That how will I understand that you, Krishna, talked to Surya Devata in the beginning of creation? So please resolve this chronological confusion. Then Bhagavan gives the answer. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me vyatitani Janmani tava charjuna Tanyaham Veda Sarvani Natvam Vetha Parantapa. So Bhagavan is giving the answer. And while giving the answer, he is entering into the discussion on the topic of avatara. Avatara means incarnation. There are three unique features of our Vedic thinking, Vedic culture, Vedic thinking. First one is Punarjanma. We accept the rebirth. In other culture, they have got only one birth. You make it or miss it. One Janma only. So in this Janma alone, you have to attain heaven. That means you have to qualify yourself for heaven. You will not attain heaven. They have a funny idea that in this Janma, you worship this God, do charity and what all things, and then when you die, you will be resting in your grave, and when the judgment day comes, when pralaya happens, judgment day comes, then God will do judgment based on the Peter's advice. So Pujya Swamiji used to say that, oh, this person what? Joseph. Okay, send him to heaven. This is Subramanyam, send him to hell. Because this is Subramanyam. So they have this type of thinking that person has only one Janma, and then he will be resting in the graveyard, in the grave. and waiting for the judgment day to come. Till then, where he will be? He that will be there in grave. Therefore, we say, let the soul rest in peace. Should not come out from that. Rest in peace. Make others also in peace. So that's why we don't write like Christian. When I receive such message, I don't write like this. Let the soul rest in peace. I don't write, but that is not our understanding. We can say, let the soul get higher gati, higher lot, better janma. Don't write Sadgati, because Sadgati, if you write in English, it will be what? SAD Gati, sad Gati. I want to write Sadgati is a good word. In Sanskrit, you can say Sadgatim Prapnuyat. It's a good thing. But in English, if you write, that person will read what? Sad Gati. So may Swamiji already he was sad, now also he will sad. So their concept is that you have got only one Janma. And they say that earlier they also believed in rebirth. But in 1500, there was a conference of all these priests and the teachers, preachers, and they discussed this point that since we have got the concept of rebirth, so people are not coming to the church very seriously. They say, this Janma let us enjoy, next Janma we will worship God, So they are not taking seriously. And therefore what? Let us drop the idea of rebirth, so that we can tell that in this Janma itself you have to make it, otherwise you will miss it. Last chance, like that advertisement that only last few seats, run, dodo, so you have to last. So similarly, they want to expedite the what is called going to the church, etc. And therefore they say only one life. Whereas we say, no, you have so many janmas. Punarjanma means a person will be born into another body, will be manifesting through another body. And here another thing to be noted is, it is not that human being will become human being only. In some organization, the thinking is that human being will become human being. Not necessary. Human being can become monkey also. Then he can come to Gurukulam also. Then we have got monkey now in Gurukulam. So that fellow, like to jump all around, but some value for coming to Shastra. So he is coming our Gurukulam. So a person can be born as a monkey also. And monkey also can next Janma become human being. That also is possible. So monkey can stop jumping and become human being, and human being can start jumping, becoming monkey. Both are possible. Therefore, if they say, if you do this, you will become a dog. Don't do this. Here, when we were small, we were told that when you lighted the lamp, Bhagwan, so your hands will be having oil, etc. That oil, you should wash it away. That ghee oil should not be like, you should not taste it, a little bit oil, thoda kha lete. So you eat, that is not allowed. He said, if you do it, you will become a dog. Yeah. So that whatever oil, ghee for Bhagwan, you should not use it. Even little bit you should not use. Like here we have got, Shiva Suttu they call. Shiva Suttu, like they Shiva Suttu. So when they come out of the Shiva temple, they do like this. Why? Even dust I should not take from Shiva temple. And what to talk about some spoon and some katori and all this. Somebody is saying, dust I don't take. I spoon, katori, all that I take. After taking katori, I do like this. That is not the idea. So idea is that a person can attain any body. You can become Devata also. Next Janma, you can become Indra, you can become the Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, possible. Different bodies one can have. So you can go to heaven also, and you can go to other lokas also, lower lokas also. That is the unique concept of this Vedic culture, punarjanma, rebirth. It is not there in Islam, it is not there in Christianity. Say only one janma, whereas we accept the rebirth. Then people say, but people will take it lightly. Let them take lightly. We cannot change the fact to expedite the process. We should be committed to the fact. Second unique feature of Indian thinking, Vedic thinking, is Vishwarupa. This is very unique. We say Ishvara is manifesting in the form of this world. So Ishvara is available or is manifesting, expressed in the form of this entire world. So the entire world is the body of Ishvara. That is a unique thing. In every religion, Ishvara is sitting in heaven only. God in heaven created this world. Whereas we say Ishvara is available in the form of the entire world. Therefore, we worship everything. We worship trees, we worship these snake, we worship our car also. The foreigners will be surprised that how come we are worshipping, do arti to the car? They will be highly amused. They will take picture and send to their friends. See, India, they worship the car also. What is this? They worship cows. Puji Swamiji says that some people, how come you are worshipping cows? He said, we worship cows and you eat cows. that, is that is the difference between you and us. So, our culture is that everything is manifestation of Ishvara. That is not there in any other religion. That is why we are able to validate any form of worship. You can even worship the mobile Devatai Namaha. You can say that, no problem. If somebody, in fact, had one long time ago, somebody had sent me the video. In that, he puts this mobile into water and he does the this Abhisheka and all. Perhaps advertisement for waterproof mobile. So for us it is okay. Anything can be used as an altar to worship Ishvara. Therefore, if somebody is worshipping the form of Jesus, we don't have problem. In fact, many Hindus worship infant Jesus in Bangalore. Infant Jesus in Bangalore is very popular. And our many Hindus go. Why? Because infant Jesus, if we take the vow, it works. Our Hindu people are very practical guys. Chalti ka naam gadi. Whatever works, we will use it. Infant Jesus works, let us use it. For us, we have no problem. If somebody gives us Jesus picture and keep it in your puja room, the people will not have problem. Okay, we have got so many gods sitting. One more, no problem. So we have Sai Baba also. We have Ramdas Swami. So many things are there. Why? Because our vision is everything is manifestation of Ishvara. You know, Vijayadashmi day, we do Chandanam to clock also. You know that? Yes. We clock, almirah, table, and we were in ashram, we used to do pen also. Well, pen also we do the Chandana. Sometimes it works, it doesn't work, but still we do. That is the vision, that is the uniqueness of the Vedic culture, where we worship everything. For us, everything. You imagine, we worship the turmeric powder Ganesha. From kitchen, perhaps they can take out turmeric, and they from turmeric powder they make Ganesha and they do. And also they say, oh, you know what? Mahaganapatim Dhyayami, not ordinary. That is the beauty of our culture. When some machine comes, gadget comes, we do puja. If some in kitchen, some grinder, new grinder comes, big grinders, we do puja. That is unique concept of our Indian culture. That people don't understand, and they say that Indians are worshipping so many devatas. Indians are very superstitious. Indian worships even snake and all, trees and snakes and all. agonism, they call it. They don't understand the vision behind. Because our vision is this world is manifestation of Ishvara. It's called Vishwarupa Ishvara. And the third concept is the avatara. That Ishvara himself comes assuming certain specific form. That is avatara, and that is unique to our culture. In other religion, Ishvara himself doesn't come. He will send his son. He send his messenger. Whereas in our culture, Bhagwan himself comes as Rama, Krishna, Shiva, takes specific form. So what is avatara? All pervasive Ishvara assuming a particular specific form. That is called avatara. Once, Akbar Badshah told, because he was exposed to Hindu Dharma. So in Hindu Dharma, they say the Bhagavan takes avatara of the Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, etc. Then Badshah told Birbal, he said, what is this? Why Bhagavan himself has to take trouble? He can send his messenger. See, in our religion, he doesn't come. He sends only messenger. So our Bhagavan is very intelligent. Where your Bhagavan himself comes. What is this? Suppose the boss is there and somebody, for a small thing, he brings water, he gives to everybody. That type of boss is not a great boss. Boss should instruct his assistant. You bring this, you do this. That is a great boss. So your God is like, for all this problem, he himself comes. What is this? Then Birbal say, our Bhagavan loves us so much, therefore he is coming. Then he said, Akbar, I don't believe all this. What love and all this? Then Birbal said, I will prove you what we mean. And then one day he created a scene. That from a distance, a scene was created that the son of Badshah, the Akbar, is being attacked by elephant. And so Badshah, the Akbar was sitting there and he saw this. Then Akbar himself went and jumped. And actually nothing was there, but he went and saw that, it was really nothing was there. But scene was created. Then Birbal told this point. See, you had so many soldiers with you. You could have sent somebody, asked to save your son, but you did not do it. You yourself went. Why? You love your son. Similarly, our God loves us so much, therefore he himself comes. How you went? Similarly, our Bhagavan is like this. So we give such answer. So Ishvara himself comes, assumes a particular form for a particular purpose, and that is called avatara. So avatara means incarnation. In English we call incarnation, and it means all pervasive, almighty, all-knowing Ishvara assumes a specific form for the protection of dharma. That is avatara. And generally we give this example. The immune system is there in your body, throughout the body. Immune system is present in your body all over. Wherever blood is there, the white blood cell is there, is a part of immune system. So immune system is present in the body throughout. But when some foreign body comes, then immune system gets expressed in the form of sneezing. So sneezing is what? Avatara of immune system. Sometimes vomiting also. Our liver becomes active and it throws out because the poisonous thing, harmful thing has come, throws out. That is avatara of immune system. Similarly, all pervasive Ishvara takes the particular form, that is avatara. And Bhagavan says here, Bahuni me vyatitani. Arjuna, many janmani, bahuni janmani, many births, my many births vyatitani have gone by, passed by. Means I have taken many avatars. And janmani tavacha, and your many births also have passed by. I have taken many births and you also have taken many births. I, Ishvara, have taken many avatars and you also have taken many births. Why? Because Ishvara also is Anadi, beginningless. Jiva also is beginningless. Therefore, Ishvara has taken so many incarnations and Jiva also has taken so many births. And therefore, what is the answer given? The answer to Arjuna's question is, in one of my avatara, one of my manifestation, I taught this knowledge to Surya Devata. Therefore, answer to Arjuna's question, how can you give this knowledge to Surya Devata? So Bhagavan is giving the answer, not in the form of Krishna, but I in the form of Lord Vishnu, which is my manifestation. I gave this knowledge to Surya Devata. So in one of my manifestations, I gave this knowledge to Surya Devata. Therefore, there is no problem. Like I said that I did this particular job of a supervisor, suppose I say. Then Swamiji, you are a sannyasi, how can you do that? So I will say, as in my Purvashrama, as this particular, the background, I did this. So there is no discrepancy. So in my this called Purvashrama, I might have done it. So similarly, Bhagavan says, I, the Lord, in a particular form gave this Upadesha. Therefore, there is no contradiction. So Bhagavan did not give Upadesha in the form of Krishna. He did not give Upadesha to Surya Devata. But Bhagavan gave this Upadesha in a particular form to Surya Devatas. And therefore, there is no contradiction. Alright. Tani aham veda sarvani. I know all my incarnations. Tvam na vedha. But Arjuna, you do not know. Hey Parantapa means hey Arjuna. So the difference between the avatara of Ishvara and Janma of Jiva is suggested here. And generally we talk about these three difference between the Jiva's Janma and Ishvara's avatara. There are some similarities also. Ishvara's avatara also has got this beginning and end. So Ishvara's avatara also is mithya, Jiva's Janma also is mithya. Ishvara's this particular manifestation is also subject to change. Jiva's Janma, this whole life, also is subject to change. And thus, and between the avatara and Janma, there are some similarities, but there are some dissimilarities. One dissimilarity is the Swarupa, in the nature of the avatara and the nature of Janma, there is a difference. What is the difference? Jiva is born because of the because of the Punya Papa. And therefore, Jiva is born helplessly. So the difference between the Jiva's Janma and Ishvara's avatara is that avatara is characterized by the mastery, whereas Jiva's Janma is characterized by helplessness. And Ishvara's avatara is characterized by the knowledge. Means Ishvara knows that I am Ishvara and I am assuming this form. He has got knowledge. Whereas Jiva doesn't have that. Jiva does not have this knowledge that I am Satchidananda or I am one with Ishvara and I am taking this birth. He doesn't have. So Jiva's Janma is characterized by ignorance. Ishvara's avatara is characterized by knowledge. And because of this, Jiva's Janma is characterized by helplessness, whereas Ishvara's avatara is characterized by freedom, independence. Ishvara is not that, oh, I have to take avatara helplessly. There is no helplessness, there is freedom. And the difference between the Jiva's Janma and Ishvara avatara is suggested here in the second half. Bhagavan says, I know my all avataras because my jnanam, my knowledge is not veiled by any punya papa. Whereas Ishvara, the Jiva's Janma, Jiva will be not knowing. You do not know what you were in the last Janma. When did you take last Janma? When you were born as a human being, when your monkey birth was there, your mosquito birth, every Janma we must have taken. You do not know. In last Janma what you were, you don't know. Whereas Ishvara knows all the avataras. So Ishvara's avatara is characterized by the knowledge of everything, whereas Jiva's Janma is characterized by ignorance of all Janmas. But in a way it is good also. Ishvara has got knowledge of his avataras because he can handle it. Ishvara will not have problem. Jiva suppose knows that in the last Janma you were even you were a human being, but you were enemy of your spouse. In the last Janma, your spouse had killed you. Suppose you know. What would be your, if you come to know? You will always doubt this Janma also will do. What a situation. Or in the last Janma, he had manipulated with me, he ditched me or she ditched me. Suppose you know. What a problem. Already we have problem without that. Without knowing that also we have so many problems. Now you know extra thing that my spouse in the last Janma, he created problem. Then what? In the one person was telling, he said, I was a spiritual person and in the last Janma, my wife, my wife in this Janma, she distracted me. So I was a sannyasi or sannyasi like person and she distracted me. And this Janma also he is having same wife. So so a Jiva cannot handle this information. Certain information, no, we can't handle. So Bhagavan has kept a veil, because it will be too much to digest. So Jiva does not know his Janma, whereas Ishvara knows Janma. Therefore, Jiva will have question regarding this Janma. Ishvara doesn't have any question that how can I say that I did it, this, because Ishvara knows that I took some avatara and I gave Upadesha. Whereas Arjuna will have question. Arjuna and Arjuna like person may have question. So Tani aham Veda Sarvani Natvam Vedha Parantapa. So here the difference between the Janma and avatara is suggested that Jiva's Janma is characterized by ignorance, Ishvara's avatara is characterized by knowledge. Alright. So here some Swamiji used to give a very, what is called, jovial explanation of this. Janmani tava Charjuna. So he said in Bhagavad Gita, the birth date of Arjuna is written. What is that? Char June. Char. 4. June means June month, no? So what is Arjuna's birth date? 4th June. Janmani, your me means your Janma. Tava, your Janma is 4 June. So 4 June is that is a nice thing to say. Arjuna's birthday is 4 June. So you can, we don't know exactly. At least some information we have. And what is the proof? We say 4 June. So Bhagavan has told 4 June. 4 in Hindi it is called 4. 4 June is Arjuna's birthday. Okay, this is not serious, okay? This is out of syllabus, I am telling. Alright. Now, in the next shloka, Bhagavan is telling one more difference, suggesting one more difference by saying that how he takes avatara as a master. Bhagavan takes birth as a master, whereas Jiva is born helplessly. That's it. Ajopi sannavyayatma bhutanamishvaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatmamayaya. So Bhagavan here he tells one more difference, that I am born as a master of Maya, remaining master of the material principle. I am born, whereas Jiva is born helplessly. It is something like when a thief is being taken from the jail to the court. That time two police will be there, no? Two police will be accompanying him. And if he is a bigger terrorist or something, 8 will be there. So one child asked father. He said, why these two police are there? He said, because he is a thief and so he is taken to the court, therefore he should not run away. So 2 are there. And once he saw that 4 are there, why? This is a bigger thief because he will go away. Then he saw one day the president coming. The president, so many were there. So the child said, Appa, biggest thief has come. Why? Because so many police are there. But the difference is what? So thief is controlled by this police, whereas the president is presiding over them. President can tell also that I want to stop here. I want to meet this person. Prime Minister many times he does that. Out of the protocol, he will, if somebody, Kerala recently it happened that one Swami wanted to offer and the security guard, they remove him. He pushed him aside. Prime Minister call him. So security people cannot say. He has to be allowed. But a thief cannot say, no, today I want to go to the restaurant and you take me there. He cannot order like this. So similarly, Bhagavan is born with Prakriti. But Prakriti is presided over by Bhagavan. Prakriti means this Maya, this material principle is presided over by Bhagavan, whereas Maya controls the Jiva. So Ishvara controls Maya, whereas Jiva is controlled by Maya. That is the difference. Therefore, in one bhajan there is nicely said, मैं हूँ संसार के हाथों में, संसार तुम्हारे हाथों में. I am in the hands of the world, whereas the world is in your hand. That is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. The Jiva is in the hands of samsara. Therefore, my spouse is not happy with me, I become sad. Or my neighbor is shouting, I become sad. So I am controlled by people around. Whereas Bhagavan is not controlled by the world is controlled by Ishvara. And that is said here, Ajaha api san. Even though I am birthless, Avyayatma of indeclinable nature, and Bhutanam Ishvara api san. Even though I am the Lord of all the living beings. Means I am not controlled by anyone. Still, Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya, having presided over my Prakriti, the material principle called Maya, Sambhavami. Sambhava means I manifest Atma Maya by my Maya. And by saying Atma Maya, what is suggested is that Bhagavan appears to be born because of Maya. Really, he is not born. Na Paramarthataha. Bhagavan is not really born, he creates the appearance of birth. So in the eyes of Bhagavan, the birth is not real, he appears to be born. And he presides over Prakriti. So one more difference is suggested between the Janma and Avatara. The Jiva's Janma is assuming the body born of these Panchamahabhutas, Sthula Panchamahabhutas, gross five elements. Whereas Ishvara's body is directly made from this Prakriti. In the case of Jiva, from Prakriti, the subtle elements are born, from subtle elements, the gross elements are born, and from those gross elements, this gross body is born. Whereas Bhagavan's body is directly made from Prakriti. Like some big people will directly order to the factory, no? That we people have to buy from the retail shop. Whereas big people, they will order directly. I want this type of product. So specially made for them. Specially order. Like our Ambadi, they will Apple, they have got a special phone which is made up of gold and all this. You know, gold, they made up, the phone itself is made up of gold. So they will specially order and that will cost. The Bhagavan also specially directly orders to Maya. Hello Maya. So I am going to be born after 10 years. After 1 year. So you keep this body like this. This time I want to born as a dark boy. So you keep this. So Prakriti, okay. So Bhagavan presides over the Prakriti. Therefore Bhagavan gets the body as required. So Bhagavan wanted in the Narsimha Avatara, he wanted a very special type of body. That half should be human being, half should be lion. So Prakriti must have ordered that she create this body. Prakriti says, yes. So exactly what was required was created. You cannot, Jiva cannot order. Say, next time you make me like Aishwarya Rai or something. Or maybe Amitabh Bachchan. You cannot order like this. Whatever given, you have to take it. Your nose flat or nose sharp or whatever. So we cannot order. Whereas Ishvara orders exactly. It is something like we are buying ready-made and Bhagavan is having a designer wear. So Bhagavan, you know designer wear? Designer wear means specially made. Whereas we are going to the mass production. We will get it whatever number. So Bhagavan, that idea is given, Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya. That is why Bhagavan's body is special. That is why at very early age also Bhagavan could do big things. At the age of 5, 6, he could take away the life of Putana. Otherwise, can you imagine a child, can it suck the life from a woman? It's not possible. Whereas Bhagavan did it. And Putana had put the poison on her breast. Bhagavan, he sucked not only poison, he sucked his whole life of Putana. Our regular child cannot do it. So Bhagavan has got special body with special things, and therefore so many attacks were there when Bhagavan was in Vrindavan in the Gokula. So many asuras were sent. Bhagavan finished one by one. When Shakatasura has come, Shakata means the cart. So one demon was sent in the form of a cart, and Bhagavan just pushed with his thumb, with his toe, and Shakatasura was killed. So a body of Ishvara is specially designed. Like in the movie, our hero is specially designed. Therefore, so much pushing, the beating is there, nothing much happens to hero. He jumps and all this he does. Imagine, there's still nothing happens to him. Because it is specially designed, it is specially projected. Similarly, Bhagavan is creating the body specially designed for the purpose. That is the idea, Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya. Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. I manifest as per requirement. So Bhagavan gets birth as per requirement. And here, another point to be seen is that Jiva is born because of the Punya Papa he has collected for himself. So why a person is born in a particular place at particular time in particular family? Because of his or her Punya Papa. And to some extent Punya Papa of the people around us. So Bhagavan has got a very good network. So Jiva is, this particular Jiva is born, that time he has to exhaust some Punya Papa, his parents also have to exhaust some Punya Papa. So some joy will be given by the child, so Punyam is exhausted. Some suffering will be given by the child, so some Papa or parents is exhausted. Therefore, if children are not behaving properly, what we should see? Some Papam is exhausted. And is behaving nicely, then we say, oh, some Punyam is encashed. Thus, Jiva's Punya Papa are responsible for the birth. Whereas in case of Ishvara, Ishvara doesn't have Punya Papa. Therefore, it is not that Krishna was born because of some Papam he did in Rama Avatara. That is not the case. That he did something wrong and something right, therefore he was born as Krishna. There is no such connection. Ishvara does not have Punya Papa account. Why? Because he does not have doership. Therefore, Ishvara doesn't take avatara because of his Punya Papa. Then why, how avatara is caused? There should be always cause for any happening. The answer given by Shastra is that the prayers by the bhaktas. So the punyam created out of the prayers by bhaktas, and also indirectly the papam created by the wrongdoers, they become responsible for Bhagavan to take avatara. So punyam of the devotees is responsible for avatara to come, not the punyam or papam or Vishwara. So here it is said, Am Sambhavami Prakritim Swamadhisthaya. And now in the next shloka, the occasion is talked about. What is the occasion for Bhagavan to come? When will Bhagavan come? People ask this question, Swamiji, when Bhagavan will take avatara? So Bhagavan gives the answer to that question, when Bhagavan is born. Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. This is a very popular shloka. Yada yada hi, whenever. Dharmasya glanihi bhavati, when there is a decline of dharma, righteousness. Bharata is just the name of Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, whenever there is a decline of dharma, anywhere. It is not that Bharata means India only. Anywhere, the glanihi bhavati, then abhyutthanama dharmasya, and there is increase of adharma, unrighteousness. Tada atmanam srujami aham. At that time, aham, I, atmanam srujami means I manifest a particular body. I manifest myself. Atmanam is myself. Here it refers to the body. I manifest my particular body. So here Bhagavan is giving the nimitta. What is the nimitta for Bhagavan to come? Decline of dharma and increase of adharma. And both of them are connected. When the dharma goes down, then adharma goes up. When you don't do right thing, you will be doing what? Wrong things. When you don't eat right food, correct food, then you will be eating what? Junk food. Anyway, you have to eat something. And if you don't eat right food, what? Wrong food you will eat. Similarly, if you don't do right thing, your life is not filled with right things, then your life will have the place for wrong things. Therefore, we always say, may you fill up your life with right things so that there is no scope for wrong things. If somebody is busy with this paranam, this meditation, and this satsanga, this recording, and all this, then he will not have time for gossiping, he will not have time for fighting, he will not have time for all political discussion and all this. He is saved from that because his day is full with all the activities. So instead of struggling to get over the wrong things, you try to bring right things. That is the correct approach. Which Swamiji nicely said. He said, instead of saying Garibi hatao. Remove poverty. You should say what? Bring prosperity. When you bring prosperity, then automatically this poverty will go away. Of course, this prosperity should come in a proportionate manner, well distributed manner, then poverty will go away. Similarly, instead of thinking too much about your weak points, you focus on the strength. Focus on invoking strength. Instead of thinking that when will I get rid of this disease, when will I get up disease, you think of health. Think positively. So when mind is filled with the right things, wrong things will not come. Therefore, our acharya, they say, you do this paranam, you do this japa, you do this satsanga, you do this puja, so that your day is full with that. In traditional setup, the Brahmana, they will not have time up to 11:30 or something. He has to do so this tarpana he has to do, then this sandhya vandanam he has to do, this agnihotra he has to do, this japa he has to do, then only he will eat 11:30. So his day is full. Again he is supposed to do some parayanam, Veda parayanam, and therefore he will have so no time for other things. And so here dharma goes down, then adharma will go up. And in that situation, Bhagavan takes avatara. More details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.